What began as a groundbreaking business decision has now evolved into a public meltdown, jealousy-fueled chaos, and a bitter reminder that fame and discipline don't always coexist. Caitlin Clark, recovering from injury and not even in uniform, just secured a deal worth up to $8 million with the LPGA. The ink dried while she was still rehabbing, yet the entire sports world stopped to watch her turn downtime into a multi-million-dollar triumph. Her partnership with Nike Golf, tied directly to this LPGA agreement, has been described by insiders as game-changing, a historic shift that bridges two of the world's biggest sports under one name, Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is spiraling. The same week Clark's deal went public, Reese took to social media with a string of cryptic posts. She wrote that she could play golf too, followed by laughing emojis, and her fans immediately knew what she meant. It was shade, obvious and unfiltered. But what no one realized at the time was that the jealousy ran deeper than anyone thought. Reports soon surfaced that Reese and her team had actually reached out to multiple golf organizations months earlier, hoping to secure their own crossover partnership. Every inquiry went unanswered. When the LPGA turned around and announced Caitlin's deal instead, Reese's management reportedly erupted in frustration. One insider described it as watching someone realize they're no longer the main character. The silence that followed wasn't professional discretion, it was humiliation. For Angel Reese, 2025 has been nothing short of brutal. Her performance on the court has declined, her endorsement deals have stalled, and her once thriving social media presence is crumbling. Her engagement has dropped nearly 40% since January, and brands that once lined up for her attention are now pulling back. Desperate to maintain relevance, she's been flooding her feeds with everything from workout clips to half-hearted controversies, even teasing a reality show. But audiences aren't buying it anymore. Her online persona, once seen as bold and unapologetic, has started to come off as performative and unstable. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's influence continues to grow even when she's not playing. Her jersey sales have already surpassed last year's total. Her team's viewership dominates the WNBA, and her name alone has become synonymous with professional excellence and composure. And now, golf has made it official. She's not just the face of basketball, she's the future of women's sports. What's even more impressive is that the LPGA deal wasn't about immediate cash. It was about legacy. The league is betting on Clark as a cultural unifier, someone capable of expanding their audience beyond the traditional golf demographic. Nike's upcoming Excellence Has No Boundaries campaign will feature her as the centerpiece, an athlete whose power transcends one sport. Rumored to launch during the 2026 Super Bowl, the campaign could generate another $15 million in earnings for Clark, cementing her place as the most marketable female athlete in the world. Angel Reese's response was both heartbreaking and self-destructive. Following Clark's announcement, she went on an erratic posting spree. First came a picture of her holding a golf club, then she deleted it. Hours later, it reappeared with a new caption. Then came the live stream at 3 a.m, a rambling, chaotic session where she vaguely accused certain people of benefiting from privilege. She never said Clark's name, but she didn't have to. The implications were clear. Her tone was bitter, her expression tired, and her message confused. Teammates reportedly texted her midstream, begging her to log off. One even commented that she was embarrassing herself before quickly deleting it. While Angel ranted online, Caitlin stayed silent. No subtweets, no reactions, no press statements, just quiet dominance. She continued to train, post golf practice videos, and thank her fans for their support. She also announced, casually, that she planned to donate part of her LPGA earnings to youth golf programs in underserved communities. That single gesture said more than any press conference could. It was an act of quiet class that drew universal praise and further widened the gap between the two athletes. Angel's behavior, by contrast, started to cost her. Multiple brands reviewing her conduct cited reputation risk, with at least one cosmetics company reportedly freezing negotiations. Even within the league, her antics were becoming a distraction. The situation reached its breaking point at a recent WNBA Players Association meeting. When Caitlin's LPGA deal was mentioned as a positive example of growing opportunities for women athletes, Angel stood up and said some of them didn't need to run to other sports for validation. The room went silent. Players who weren't even close to Caitlin were stunned. A veteran reportedly pulled Angel aside afterward and told her to grow up or get out. It was a defining moment, the instant her peers stopped viewing her as outspoken and started seeing her as toxic, and yet, Caitlin Clark never flinched. She kept her focus on what mattered, her craft, her recovery, and her future. When she posted a photo with Sophie Cunningham captioned, "Iron sharpens iron," it drew more engagement than any of Angel's posts combined. Her silence wasn't weakness, it was power. Because in the modern era of constant noise, restraint has become the loudest form of dominance. The industry knows it too. Caitlin is being invited to headline global conferences, to lead initiatives, to star in documentaries chronicling her rise across multiple sports. She's transcending basketball entirely, while Angel is shrinking into the shadow of her own bitterness. Even the numbers tell the story. LPGA ticket sales for Caitlin's debut event are up 400%. The Golf Channel is dedicating prime coverage to her first appearance. One executive even called her signing the best decision we've made in 2 decades. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing the game, she's redefining it. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's desperate attempt to copy her move has become a punchline. She launched her own golf-themed social media series, hoping to ride Caitlin's momentum. The first episode flopped instantly.